Hello and welcome to another episode from the Studio Block server. My name is Weird and Bearded, and today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. So the main part of the episode is going to be focusing on a sheep farm. I've got all of the resources all ready to go in the shulker boxes, except for the sheep, of course. We'll need to gather those later, but also we're going to be doing a bit of an editing experiment. You may have noticed I am not in my normal first-person view. We're going to be trying to do this whole episode in one long shot, which does, of course, require some planning. But first of all, I said at the end of the last episode we would be building the sugarcane farm during the live stream. So let's go and check that out. It's a fairly standard sugarcane farm. A big sugarcane farm, but it works very simply. The sugarcane grows, and then when the sun reaches a certain point, flying machines sweep across, breaking all the sugarcane. Anything that lands on the floor gets picked up by hopper minecarts going underneath, but other stuff gets swept into the water stream you can see at the far end. I probably should put a water stream at the other end as well, because we tend to get a bit of loss that side. Also, I should really light it up. There are mobs on there being pushed around like nobody's business. That poor, poor husk. But yes, that is the sugarcane farm. It gives us a lot of sugarcane. We need a lot of sugarcane to match what we have from the creeper farm. So now we finally have a good supply of rockets. But next up is the sheep farm. So I needed to find a good place to put it. I thought, let's go into the middle of the ocean. Nice high up in the sky. No other mobs around. We can put a lot of sheep down without causing any lag. So, let's build. So here we have the sheep farm. It is a fairly lightweight farm considering what's going to be going into it later, just in terms of lag. So for each colour of sheep, we're going to be putting in 50 sheep. So that's 800 sheep total. That's where things could get laggy, but each one is in its own pen, so they don't interact with each other. And for each colour of sheep, we're only actually using 5 hoppers, so we get minimal hopper lag. Just nothing at all there. And all the drops are picked up by 2 minecart hoppers. So apart from that, it basically works as you would expect. Next to each pen or the bit of grass that they're going to be standing on, we've got an observer detecting when they eat the grass. That's going to activate a dispenser. All the dispensers are full of shears, so when they eat the grass, the sheep get shorn. And then we can activate all of the dispensers permanently with a lever to turn the farm on and off. It is as simple as that. So then at the back, I have put on a large cobblestone platform because we now need to collect a load of sheep. Well, we need to collect 2 sheep and do a lot of breeding. So first of all, we need to get some hay bales. So the next question is, just how much wheat do I need? I have done the maths on this. We need 800 sheep. So really we need to breed 798 sheep because we're going to be starting with 2. But for each sheep we breed, we need 2 wheat. So that's going to be 1,596 wheat. That all comes down to just under 3 stacks of hay bales, 2 stacks and 50. That shouldn't be too bad. I'm recording this before I went to the villages, so I don't know how many villages I've had to go to, but hopefully not too many. Now I need to find some sheep, because that path you saw earlier, that goes down to a tiger, so there's probably not going to be many sheep there. Hopefully I can find some. I found some sheep. Now all I've got to do is move them over to the sheep farm, breed them, separate them by colour, put them into pens, and then move them into the holes. This should be an easy job, right? Well, fortunately, I did find them in the tiger, so I'm close to my entrance. You can see a staircase coming into view. I did have to kill a couple of wolves to keep my sheep safe, but we are ready. Let's start the breeding process. This is going to be fun. Well, that is now done. That was a big job. Breeding and placing the sheep took almost exactly twice as long as building the farm. But we do now have it, 800 sheep into 800 holes. If we look down, we can see them all bleating away. The sheep farm is complete. And earlier today, I ran a 1-hour test, which is over at the other side of the farm. So let's head on over and see what we got. It's a very simple farm to use. Just flick the lever on and off. This isn't one of those farms where we've got to wait for things to finish. It really doesn't matter. You just flick it on and off as you please. And we got all of these stacks of wool. That's about 2,300 wool in total for an hour test. I am very happy, and this is the last farm in this current batch of farm building. Obviously, I have been building a lot of farms over the past few months, but now we're going to be moving on to some other things, and that is not all we have today, because we're going to talk about one of those other things. So let's go check it out. Look at that! It's an island! Specifically, this is going to be Monster Island. We are going to be building up some kaiju here. It is going to be such a ridiculous build. We started planning. This is going to be built over a large area. And this is probably the only time it's going to appear on video until it's complete, because this is going to be a live stream only build. So if you want to keep up with this, if you want to watch the planning, the design, the building, all of that stuff, head on over to my Twitch. There is a link down in the description. I am really excited for this project. We already had some fun in the last live stream, starting the planning, figuring out what we want to put there. It is going to be a great project. But for now, if you liked the video, please leave a like and put down a comment. What did you think of the edit for this episode? I am so happy with it. And in the meantime, also subscribe, like and subscribe. But in the meantime, my name is Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all next time. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm not looking at the camera. Oh no.